All right, now we're ready for Pete Prisco's Power Rankings. It is the Goldilocks segment brought to you by Travis Matthew, clothing designed for comfort and confidence no matter where the day takes you. And my guy Pete Prisco, he's got his shirt on today.
Look at this.
He's got the world famous cloud shirt.
Oh my God.
And we're twins, baby.
Oh
I've seen this movie
we got the
before.
same shirt on.
If you took the jacket off and the hat off, we would have an interesting.
And we're not going to do that. We're not ready for the memes.
But you know what? You know what's amazing about that? I put this on today, comfortable, feel good. I come in. I figured the 1 week he's not going to be wearing it, right?
Yeah,
nope, every week.
That's like saying we're not going to prep for the tush push against the Eagles, man. You got to just be ready for what you got to be ready for.
I mean, every week.
And I got to say this about Travis Matthew. Now is the time for your holiday shopping list. You know, you've got a lot of nephews, nieces, uncles, aunts, and you've got family members you want to fill out that list for and get them taken care of. I called my parents yesterday and I said, I know that you guys always get me clothing that you think I would like. Instead of sending me clothing, just send me a Travis Matthew gift card, because there is so much that you can get from Travis Matthew that fits all of your needs, whether it's on the golf course, if you're taking your beautiful fiance out to dinner, Mike, you can wear some of this Travis Matthew stuff. If I'm in New York City working for the CBS show on Sunday mornings and it's 30 degrees, I can get on the airplane in Florida with it, feel comfortable, get off the airplane in freezing temperatures, and I'll be okay. Travis Matthew's got me covered.
You know what the best thing about it is? And this is true. I always thought it was just golf stuff, but it ain't.
It's life stuff.
Look at this. It's golf. If I wore this to the golf course,
I
they'd throw me off.
I wear the jeans golfing when I go after work, so it's
that's great. I wear this. I can work out
jeans
in it.
On a golf
go to
course.
Dinner in it. I put the jacket.
I hit balls.
Jeans on a golf course. You're a violator.
Jackets over this. You can put jackets over this.
I will today when we do our pick show.
I go to the same thing.
No, you're not. You're going to change. You're changing. You're changing. You're changing.
That's how good Travis Matthew is. I just have to bring one shirt, and I'm good for everything. But the great thing about Travis Matthew, they have so many options. Like this stylish jacket right here, light enough to wear in South Florida. I'm not sweating my butt off here. I just feel great. I feel confident, and I'm definitely comfortable.
Pete, I go to the Ratty driving range where the truck pulls like a metal grate behind it to pick up the balls. That's where I wear my jeans at. All right, let's get to the power rankings.
With it?
Yeah. When it's hot out, yeah, duh.
Power rankings.
Top 10. No surprise. Number 1, Detroit Lions. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, Minnesota Vikings. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Number 6, Pittsburgh Steelers. 7, Green Bay Packers. 8, Baltimore Ravens. 9, Los Angeles Chargers. And 10, Seattle Seahawks, making their first appearance, I believe, all season long in Pete's top 10. Bottom 5, we got some movement. No longer are the Carolina Panthers a bottom 5 team in the NFL. Hats off to the fellas.
There is some real stink in this league.
Which is funny because they actually have lost like all their games recently. Like they've still been losing.
But they've been great to watch.
But they've been great to watch.
It's kind of like that Joe Burrow effect. Like they lose a lot of games, but that quarterback, he's pretty good.
Bottom 5, Tennessee Titans, 28. New England Patriots, 29. New York Jets making their lowest appearance of the season at 30. New York Giants at 31. And the Las Vegas Raiders at 32. That Northeast... Tough football season for the Northeast. Outside of Buffalo.
Buffalo's the only one. Well, Washington, Philly.
Yeah,
they're
not Northeast. And the Southeast.
That's a Northeast.
Atlanta.
That's Atlantic Coast.
Miami.
He's like, Philadelphia's in the Northeast.
I call that Atlantic Coast. Northeast starts at New York and works up.
Okay, so one thing I didn't realize, because I fly early afternoon to New York every weekend, and it's still light out, so I don't see the lights from the city. You can't see how the cities are connected with the infrastructure. But when you fly, you realize that Philadelphia, Newark, and New York City, it's all just one really long city, okay? I never knew this. Philadelphia and New York are essentially brothers, okay, that just live right down the hallway from one another. I know they're close.
I'm looking at a map.
But the lights, they're all connected.
Baltimore and Philly pretty close, too.
They're all connected.
Yeah. It's the Northeast.
Yeah.
Unlike Mr. Geography over here.
Like, I know geography.
You got New Jersey in between the two.
It's close.
It's close, but like you got the whole state of New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey is basically a suburb of Philadelphia, New York. Though.
Yes. Like my wife's from Jersey, but she's from the Philly
part.
That's the South Philly, South Jersey.
Yeah. South Jersey, North Jersey.
Newark is in the north.
I always assumed Philly or New York or New Jersey was just like a Sopranos set. Like the entire thing was just a set for Tony Soprano, right outside of New York City.
Where the Jets train, that is like wooded area. There's deer running around out there. It's so different. Not that far from New York.
There's a geography lesson this morning. So now I'm going to do my
Who's too high?
Too high.
Yeah.
My too high is the Atlanta Falcons.
At 21.
And they're really low. but they're not low enough.
I agree, though. They stink.
Well, okay, but which team behind them should they be ahead of?
Honestly, I would say they're the worst team in the NFC South right now. If I had they all played, I think the Saints and the Panthers are better right now. Now, obviously, the records, but right now.
Get boat raced by Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? This Atlanta Falcons team, I'm gonna combine the fact that I had such high hopes for this offense with the fact that they have fallen off a cliff over the course of the last month and a half.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I get
21.
I mean, they're not very good, but they're still second in the division, and they can still win it.
Relative to their position a month ago, they are in free fall.
Are they
They're
bad?
at terminal
The secondary
velocity.
was terrible last week, but particularly Alford, he was really bad. But where is but the quarterback's been awful. Can you make a change?
You have to make a change. We talked about this yesterday. I mean, what do
I
you
don't
have
know
to
if
lose?
you do.
You don't think so?
Not. I think you're throwing the kid in there, and I just don't think.
I think he's ready to rock. I think his group chat.
Kirk done?
I think when he gets in the vehicle, in the parking lot of the stadium after games, after they drop another heartbreaking one, and Kirk Cousins looks human. His group text is blowing up from all his buddies. Like, dude, they got to throw you in there, and he's probably like, he doesn't have to respond, but he can hit the thumbs up on it. I think he's ready. I think he's ready to rock.
Here's why I think you make a change, and I think I outlined this maybe like Sunday night, but I'll say it again. You just saw how you stack up against playoff teams the last 4 weeks, and it was not even close, right? If your ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl, and it should be.
Well, one of them was the Saints, by the way.
At this point, it's to make the playoffs.
That's not even a playoff team.
Yeah, not even a playoff team, but
That's the Rizzler.
you saw how you stacked up against what's your competition, and you were objectively inferior, and your quarterback was a big part of the problem. And at this point, Kirk's arm's not going to strengthen. Maybe like over the course of the offseason, whatever his training is, over a year and a half removed from the Achilles, maybe he can get the arm strength back a degree. But I still doubt at his age that that's going to happen. But you saw where you stacked up, and it wasn't good enough. So at that point, I'm not saying that Michael Penix Jr. is going to be for sure the answer, but
Can't be any worse.
It's kind of like the Russell Wilson, Justin Fields conversation.
Make a
you
move.
saw when you had Justin Fields that you were fine, but you were not a championship caliber team. So it could backfire, it could crash and burn. But at this point, there's no pressure on Penix. You're not the first place team anymore. You're not going to lose anything.
The plane is heading towards the ground, and there's no runway.
Yeah, and you have two easy-ish matchups, Raiders, Giants, back-to-back, to get his feet wet before then.
I guess this would be the week to do it.
This would be the week.
It wouldn't be last week because of all the things we talked about.
Here's the problem. If they go out and don't do it, and Kirk plays semi-decent against a bad Raiders team, and they win, then they're not doing it. Right? I mean, then it doesn't happen.
Do we think that's going to happen?
But then you got 3 weeks.
Do we think Kirk's going to go out there and...
There's not one indicator to think that he can play well.
Yeah.
None.
Well, then,
Yeah.
they got to rise from the ashes like a Penix.
Hey-o.
Whoa.
Michael Penix. You like that? You like that?
Easy for you to say. I'm glad you got.
I tried that one on Mike yesterday, and he didn't laugh.
By the way, I'm glad you got
than-
the X on the end.
Give me some.
That's
Rise from the ashes, the
Better than
Phoenix.
rising from the pants like a Penix. All
it
right,
was good.
my team that's ranked too high. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. You have them at 16 still. I mean, I just don't think they're anything special. They're below 500 currently, 6-7. I think they've not been better with Anthony Richardson. They're probably about the same as with Joe Flacco. And it's not like he's shown massive growth. He just had the one game after getting benched. I'd take the Cardinals, the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Bengals over them.
I think the Cardinals.
right now.
I wouldn't take the Cardinals over them.
Maybe that's Cardinals. I'm not actually super high on.
Exposed the last couple.
I
weeks.
think they're similar in that there's not a lot of talent on this Colts
Okay, but
D,
Miami,
especially in the second.
Miami's defense was horrible against the Jets. Horrible. Then
Jets have good wide receivers.
yeah, and then okay, who was the other team you mentioned?
49ers, Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, 49ers, a week ago, everybody was burying them. Now they win against the Bears.
But their hand went out of the dirt, like in those scary movies.
I mean,
if
the
they ripped the Bears out of the sky.
49ers get healthy, then yeah.